I welcome all of you on YourPedia Education, and you are watching the series of videos on admission in foreign universities with a very good scholarship. And this particular video is for those students who are aspiring to get a really high scholarship in Scandinavian countries, and Norway is one of the best destination if you are really interested to get good salary or remuneration during your PhD. As I told you that in Europe, PhD is advertised as a job and you get salary in PhD, and normally it is a fixed duration course of 3 to 3.5 years, 6 semester or 7 semesters. Project already is advertised, and you need to see whether your MTech work is related to that project or not. Now, those of you who have already done these projects, which I am discussing almost every week, couple of opportunities, and last dates are left. So those of you who have done those projects in masters and now they are interested for PhD in those domain, they can apply. Some basic requirements are there, like IELTS or TOEFL or something. The rest you can apply if you have done project something like that. But if you have not done, and if you are still in MTech, you have just joined MTech, please keep seeing these projects, and after your MTech you can target these universities for PhD at very high scholarship. The scholarship is in New York, this sorry, your Norway, this the currency is kroner, Norway kroner. That is what the currency is. That is approximately equal to 9 rupees. 1 kroner is equal to 9 rupees, and you are given approximately 4.8 lakh per annum kroner. That becomes more than 40 lakh per year. Obviously tax is there, and then ultimately you can, after all the expenditures and all, you can save 1.5 lakh per month in this particular scholarship if you get it. Kind of scholarships are available in New York universities, and there are so many such universities and projects. So in today's this video, I'm going to talk something about this project, which is computer science project, 5G vehicular communication project in Norway. And the university which we are going to talk today is the university is the University of Stavanger, if I'm pronouncing it properly. Stavanger, Stavanger University. So this is under Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, and this is the combination. So master's degree is offered in computer science, data science, cybernetics, signal processing. Those of you who are looking forward to pursue master's degree, obviously scholarship is not there in masters, it is only in the PhD, because PhD is a job. So in masters you need to invest some money for completing your course, but these are the domains in which you can do your masters. And thereafter there are employees also who are doctorate or postdoctorate. So once you go there for PhD, or after PhD if you go there, you will be treated as employee and you will get the salary there. So what are the vacant positions as of now? So we found one in the Department of Electric Engineering and Computer Science in University of Stavanger in Norway, and 6 July is the last date. So just for your reference, I'm discussing these opportunities here. So job description mein what is required from you, and what are the things which you should have, this is mentioning, and in detail also he mentions about the project. So what is this project all about? In detail he mentions this is rapidly evolving field which helps you to connect, automate mobility within CITS vehicle to everything communication model it is working on. And if you go in detail, if you stop the video and go in detail, maybe you will get something out of it. What is the meaning of this project and what is this all about? What is the qualification requirement? So these are mentioned. What is the qualification requirement? You should have masters and good grade masters. You should have good grades. And this is the learning, these are the C++ learning or Python. So whatever is the requirement, just make sure you people have these things in your biodata when you apply. Those of you who just started their masters and want to attain or get these kind of projects in PhD later on, they should just work on these particular domains and consolidate their CV. Now there is a requirement in English, so TOEFL, IELTS or PTE out of these three exams, any particular exam you can think of clearing. So we in India, if the student is done masters in India, then you need to prove your English proficiency through these exams. That is required. And what they offer is, I mean, there are many things like what they offer in the form of remuneration and other facilities that also they have mentioned. So as I told you, this is the kind of scholarship they are offering you during your course, during your PhD program. And this is, as I told you, approximately 9 rupees is the thing. And University of Stavanger, what kind of university is this? You can go on web page of this university and see this university also. Also they give their contact informations. You can drop mail to them and they're very responsive. If you drop mail to them that you are interested in this and you want to work in this domain, and if you even contact the professor will tell you what are the requirements. So one thing I know, that you have to write a very good cover letter, very good research proposal. You need to see what work they are doing, and your work should be matching to the project which you are going to do it. Then maybe there will be a telephonic interview and they will interact with you and proceed forward for the admission. I hope you got this particular thing. Keep exploring. There are so many such projects, and if you apply, the probability is really high. I can tell you very honestly that the probability of selection in foreign universities for PhD jobs is far more than the probability in India. Why? Because very less competition is there. But only thing which is most important is you should be genuinely connected with the project. So whatever you are applying, you should be genuine in that particular domain. Your learning should be genuine. You should be knowing that. So if there are criteria, they have mentioned that these are the requirements, you should have those requirements. Not fully, not all, but some requirements should be matching. So keep exploring as per your research field, and jobs keep on coming every week. So it is not that it is twice a year. Unlike India mein PhD admission is twice a year, in the month of, let's say, August, and then in the month of January. 2 times you get admission in the IIT system. But in Europe, throughout the year, as and when some opportunity comes, you can apply and you can get into that. Hope it helped you. Just keep watching the Your PD Education and keep seeing these kind of opportunities. Thank you.